Welcome back to Mets Therapy, the only podcast where we simultaneously prepare for October baseball and convince ourselves we're finishing fourth in division. I'm your host, Ryan, not a licensed therapist, but after the game last night, we all probably stayed up to watch a walk-off loss. Probably need some kind of therapy. So, let's start the session. So that's right, the Mets lost last night, again. And naturally, if you spend more than 3 minutes on social media today, you've already seen the season declared dead. Front office fired, the manager replaced, and half the roster traded for bucketed batting practice balls. But here's the thing, as frustrating as last night's game was, and trust me, it was frustrating enough to make you question your life choices, this team is still very much in the fight. Now, are the Mets playing their best baseball? Absolutely not. If they were, my blood pressure would probably be significantly lower. But the offense has been inconsistent, the pitching has had some rough patches, and there are nights when it feels like every hard hit ball is somehow finding a glove. But despite all that, they're still hanging around. And can we take a second to appreciate Carson Benge? Remember we were all desperately looking for something positive to talk about? Well, that kid has shown up and given this lineup some energy. Every time he comes to the plate lately, it feels like something good might just happen. And it's not just exciting, it's important. The Mets desperately need a spark, and Benge has provided one. Then, there's Juan Soto. You know, the guy everyone spent all winter talking about, the guy who somehow gets criticized if he doesn't personally hit 4 home runs and cure the common cold every week. Soto continues to be one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball. Even when things aren't clicking for the team as a whole, he's still a guy that opposing pitchers don't want to see in a lineup. The reality is baseball seasons are long, painfully long. We all know this. Every team hits rough stretches. Every fan base thinks the sky's falling at some point. The Mets aren't where they want to be right now, but they're also not buried. There's talent on the roster, there are young players contributing, there are stars performing, and there's still plenty of baseball left to play, and there's still a bunch of pieces that are coming back in the next week or two. So yes, be annoying about last night's loss, I'm annoyed too, but let's maybe hold off on launching everyone into the sun for another day or two. Because if this team starts putting together some consistent baseball, and if Benge keeps looking like a future star, if Soto keeps being Soto, we're going to look back at these miserable stretches and just laugh. Or cry. Maybe both. Probably both. After all, this is Mets Therapy. So let me know what you think. Give us a call, 609-551-0901, or leave us a comment over on MetsTherapy.com. Mets Therapy, cheaper than therapy, worse results. Let's go Mets.